It's my favorite new band, House of Ghosts.
Either
So,
big or small. Either one.
okay.
That's
Not surprisingly, Brian Windhorst, who just did the jump and was nice enough to
Windhorst!
come over here.
Yeah.
Oh, so you won't call him that to his face.
well. Hang on a second, Jay.
See, he was.
Do you have it? Do you not have it?
He was-
I told you to have it ready. What's wrong with you? Yes, Brian Windhorst is here. Who? Now I forget. Do you like or dislike the nickname Windy? I think it's cool.
I dislike it, but it's out the barn, down the road.
It's like
Yeah.
Momo for Ramona.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to accept it.
Yeah,
Now this
good.
is, but this is good.
Embrace it.
Okay, Steve.
Yes.
Brian has an angle to this Westbrook potential trade that neither you nor I have
Wow.
thought of. He just started to tell me about it, but Brian,
I sure
you
as hell
say-
hope the Lakers are thinking of it
Okay,
right now.
tell me the other option that,
Yes.
that you have come
We need
up with
options.
that most people
We
haven't
need
thought
options.
of yet.
Okay.
We're hamstrung. What are our options?
First thing right now,
Mm-hmm.
the Lakers must not spend another dime in free agency. Stop spending. And do not sign Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
Don't do anything.
Wait a minute. Don't sign
Let
Brandon
him
Ingram.
finish.
No, don't do anything. I don't want to see another transaction from the Los Angeles Lakers. Don't do anything. You're going to wait to see if Russell Westbrook is available.
Uh-huh.
If Russell Westbrook is available, which we can talk about the dynamics of that in a second, then you're going to try to trade for him. And you're going to offer everything you can to get him. The reason why the Lakers have a terrific opportunity is the Thunder can't trade Westbrook somewhere where he's not legitimately going to have a chance to sign. You can't trade him to the Philly 76ers.
Right.
Okay? Now, the Lakers have salary cap space, and this is why you can't sign. By the way, the reason you can't sign Brandon Ingram is because you can't sign a draft. You can't trade a draft pick for 60 days after you sign him.
Okay. So,
you don't wanna
it's a
sign-
way of keeping your options open.
That's right. You
Okay.
don't want to sign him and then have to wait 60 days and then let Westbrook decide he's going to sign an extension for that 60-day period with the Thunder.
Now, Brian, Laker fans who are listening are saying, okay, but our big worry is we trade for Westbrook and then he can leave us at the end of the year. What's your answer to that?
That's why you don't spend any money, because the Lakers have cap space. There's a lot of ways to use cap space than just by signing free agents. I don't think people understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things you can do to use cap space, and I agree that this is rare. It's happened 3 times since I've been covering the NBA for 15 years. You can use cap space to renegotiate the contracts of some of the players that you have on roster. Not everybody. There's certain conditions that have
Like
to be met.
which of the sum?
Or how would it work? What's an example?
Because wait, let me put this into context, okay? Lakers have 75-8 against
Yes.
the cap right now. It's a $92 million cap.
That's right.
They've got 16.1 million available.
Right.
So how do they find a way to get Russell Westbrook's 35 in, right?
Not 35.
Not yet.
What did he just sign
Not
for?
Yet.
No, he hasn't signed for anything.
He's
Okay.
under his existing contract. One more year.
Oh, right. You're right.
Okay.
But now listen to this.
Russell
Okay.
Westbrook makes $17.8 million this year. He is extension eligible. Not everybody's extension eligible. Russell Westbrook is. What you do is you trade for Russell Westbrook. And you say, Russ, we want to build around you. We are going to give you $8 million more this year,
Now.
to bring your contract up to the max. And for that $8 million, what we are asking you to do is not be a free agent in 2017. We're going to buy you out of your free agency for that $8 million. We're going to give you another year on your contract at the max, probably in some place about $30 million for that year. Then you will give him a player option for the 2018-19 season. Now you might be saying, well, why would he do that? Here's why. This is Russell Westbrook's 9th season. When you have 9 years of experience, you are eligible to get 30% of the salary cap.
Right. He's
When
a
you-
7 to 9.
When you
Right.
have 10 years of experience, you can get 35% of the cap.
Yeah.
That is why Kevin Durant is signing a 1-year deal, because he wants to get 35% of the cap next year.
Mhm.
So you get Westbrook to his 10th year. Assure yourself within 2 years, to make sure you have him for 2 years. And what is his incentive to do that? The $8 million that you're paying him to finish to increase
Here's $8
his
million
contract.
more this year.
So he's
Basically-
not leaving money on the table, which everyone assumes
That's
is
right.
the case. That's really
So
smart.
there are a lot. He's in fact, he's not leaving money. He's getting money. He's getting additional.
I
He's getting an extra $8.
I haven't done the math, but it's.
But you can pay him more than he's being made right now.
Yes,
than he's making right
basically, what you're offering him is $8 million to buy him out of his free agency next year. That's the easiest way I can say it.
Okay.
And he is incentivized to be a free agent in 2018 because he wants to be a 10-year free agent.
That
and
makes
you give
sense.
him a player option on that, so in case something goes wrong and he gets hurt, he could pick up a player option for $30 million for 18-19. This is what the Thunder are going to offer him.
So the 7 and 9s can only make 30. The 10-year players can make
35
this year and 39 next year.
Percent of the cap. No, you're looking. Think about percentages.
Yeah, I'm thinking 35% of 110.
Don't think about it that way. Just don't make it too complicated.
Okay. Oh, right. No, you're right. It's radio.
Like,
You're right. No, it's just radio. Let's stop thinking complicated.
I don't know what the percentage.
Kill the complicated ideas.
I don't know what the percentage chance of this happening is.
Yeah.
But it's enough of a percentage chance that the Lakers must cease all transactions.
Okay. Do you think Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak are listening to you?
I hope so.
Do you think that the ultra charismatic Mitch Kupchak can get on the phone with Sam Presti and make this happen?
Look, here's
what do you think it would take, by the way?
Here's what I think it's going to take: Ingram and D'Angelo Russell, and frankly, you're going to give them whatever you want. They want Nance, you give them Nance. They want
Randall, you give them Randall.
I would. I mean, I would try not to do that.
You just clean the cupboards.
Basically, I would.
All of our little sprouts. All our little sprouting superstars.
Brian, I like the way you're thinking because number one, it's a star-driven town, and we need a star here. And number two, what we saw with Durant over the weekend is stars attract other stars. And if you have a first-team All-NBA player, then you can maybe get
and you own his
else.
bird rights, which allows you to go.
Well, but in Brian's scenario,
oh, right, you don't need bird rights. Okay, then we've got a big three. We'd have Westbrook, Dang, and Mozgov.
And Tariq Black.
And Tariq Black. And Sweet Lou Williams.
All right, this just, and you probably knew it, but for those who don't, David West, 1-year deal with the Warriors per David.
Oh, God, anybody will go there.
I love David West, but that's just grade A ring chasing. I don't blame him for it.
People are going to pay to go to Golden State. Like, how much can I pay you to go there? It'll like reverse cap.
So, look, here's what I think is going to happen in Oklahoma City. First off, they're on the mat right now, okay? I don't know whether this is going to happen in 5 days, 10 days, but they're going to have to, at some point here, have a conversation. If you look at their track record, Jeff Green, I'm going to go all the way back to 2010. Yeah. Jeff Green, they didn't think they could extend him, they traded him. James Harden, couldn't come to an agreement that they wanted to, they didn't extend him. They didn't let him play out his contract. They traded him. Serge Ibaka. They didn't let him play out his contract because they were concerned about extending him, concerned about getting him a new deal. They traded him. Kevin Durant. They don't have a choice. They're losing for nothing. It's a devastating blow to the franchise.
Right. They're not going to let it happen 2 years in a row.
They cannot. And I know that the Thunder fans would be saying if they were listening to this, we're not going to trade him. He's now going to be our superstar. He's going to win the MVP this year. We're going to go up against the Warriors. Being responsible for the franchise, if he's not willing to extend, and frankly, I could see him saying no to the Thunder and to the Lakers, even if he was traded here, because he's like, listen, I don't want to lock myself in. I don't know how it's going to go with Team X. I'm not going to lock myself in, but I will say this: if you're the Lakers and you're negotiating with the Thunder, you're only going to sweeten the deal if you know Westbrook's going to sign that extension. Right. So this was all things that would play out.
But he can't sign the extension now.
Yes.
Yes, he can. That's Brian's point.
He can right away.
That's how he gets the $8 million. He signs it. You're buying him out of next year. You're buying him out of his 1 year.
Right. Okay. Got it.
And Brian's whole point, the thing to remember is that by doing that,
you're allowed to go over the cap with your own guy.
Well, they wouldn't be going over the cap.
Yeah, but you're not going over the cap.
I understand this is complicated, and I also will say this is rare.
Stop with the complicated. Will you explain it to me like I'm a fourth grader?
No, he just did. Here's the thing. You're going to give him $8 million. The reason he said hold all spending, don't spend any more, is you want to have the option to, once you sign, and you use Brandon Ingram as an example, once you sign him, you can't trade him for 60 days.
Right.
So don't sign anybody. Leave all your options open.
So what are the odds that, and Sam Presti just like pulled the Harden trade out of nowhere, what are the odds that Sam Presti actually does what you're saying?
I think Sam Presti has already thought this out because he had to come to grips with the reality that Durant may not re-sign, and he's already thought about what's going to happen with Westbrook and what his next step's going to be, and he's already thought about which teams he'd be willing to trade him for. The only way you're going to get maximum value for Russell is if he goes to a place where he can possibly stay. You are not going to trade 2 top 3 picks, for example, for a guy you'd be renting for a year.
Right.
So you can't call Philadelphia and ask for Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, because Philadelphia is going to be like, well, we can't re-sign Russell Westbrook.
Right.
You can't go to Utah and say, give us
makes
Gordon
no sense.
The
Hayward.
Lakers are a unique fit here. We're talking to Brian Windhorst. We both think that it's unfair to criticize Durant for his decision.
Come on, Stephen A.
But a lot of people disagree. A lot of people think that he kind of took an easy way out to a championship. What do you think?
I think if you're a champion and you put the ring on, you're a champion.
Yep.
I don't believe in asterisks.
Asterisks.
Why not?
Asterisks.
Risks.
Yes, it doesn't
I
matter.
don't
We
believe
know
in
what you're
them.
saying.
I don't care, like, oh, you got a bad call. Draymond Green got suspended. By the way, just to go back to Aisha, is the league still rigged?
Seems like it.
Well, according to her, yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't it seem like it?
I just wanted to double check. I heard
Put
that
all the
she said
good
league was rigged.
players on one team.
I thought it. I just been following up. I don't believe in that. My friend Bill Simmons wrote a book of basketball.
Oh, yeah,
and he
it's
had
really
a whole
long.
section about how this championship didn't count because this guy was hurt, and this championship. I love Bill. Bogus.
Yeah.
If you win a championship, if you are holding the trophy at the end of the year, you are the champion. So Kevin Durant goes to Golden State, and they win the championship 3 of the next 5 years. He is a 3-time champion. I don't care what happened, and therefore, you can dislike him. You can say that you didn't like the way he did it. At the end of the day, he's a champ. So tough. That's the way life is.
Yep, completely agree with you. All right, what do you think of, just generally speaking, the earth-shaking signings of Timofey Mozgov and Luol Deng?
Well, listen, I know Timo. I spend a lot of time around the Cavs. I love Timo. I cannot believe that that's your move on July 1st.
Oh yeah.
That's what I just can't believe. It's not a commentary on the contract. It's not a commentary on the player. It's a commentary that was the Lakers' move.
Right.
My feeling on it is the Lakers were acting like a small market team because small market teams don't get meetings with the top free agents, and they have to overpay for the second and third tier guys, and they have to come in hot.
It did feel weird.
Yeah.
It did feel weird. Can you hang around for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. All right. This is Brian Windhorst. Do you have the theme song for Brian?
Oh, please.
I 2 times now. Do you know this song? Everybody knows.
Who sang
it's
this? Is like a
The
70s
Association.
song.
Yes. It's very, very catchy. Momo's going to be in here. It's a basketball powerhouse lineup. It's the Monday after the Lakers. It's
actually
a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It's a
Nice
Tuesday after the Lakers land Mozgov and Deng. Mason in Ireland, ESPN LA.